What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bad Boxing TV, man. Get your big goofy ass in here and hit the bag. Hit that like button for your boy. That helps the channel. You know, I appreciate that love. Shout out to gang, the bag hitters. Y'all know the count. Big special thanks to my guys, man. Tyree Celestine, Sean and Don, D1's Boxing. Of course, my guy Troy Jack. Shout out my Aussie family, man. Mark Wynn, New Church, Black. Jesus. Son of Apollo, I see you now. 1/3 Boxer, GMT Sports. So many to thank, man. I truly appreciate y'all. All right, man. God, good golly, Miss Molly. Talking about what the hell's going on here, these recent events. Plus, I need those fight predictions, man. Tomorrow, Anthony Joshua, the bodybuilding robot, versus Francis Ngannou. Listen, man, we cannot allow MMA to come over here and disrupt the sport of boxing. We got to keep our foot on that MMA neck, so you already know where I stand. Also, AB versus AB. And when I say AB, I mean Adrien Broner and Alicia Baumgardner. It all started with old Bill Haney. Hey, yo, Bill Haney's a troublemaker. We got to talk about that, man. We got to go over those videos as well. And I can't believe it. I still can't believe it, man. Mike Tyson making his return to the ring versus Jake Paul. The circus is most definitely in town. I got the link up in the comments if you want to come hang out with your boy and talk some of this boxing. JCMX in the chat. What up, baby? You say my family forever. I'm still working on those belts. That's what's up, man. I have no idea who that is, but shout out to JCMX01. Still working on those belts. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm sorry. Again, I got the link up in the comments if you want to hang out with your boy, man. I definitely wanted to start off with this fight tomorrow. Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou. If you got your picks or predictions, put them in the chat, or you can join that link and come up here and tell us all about it. Now, listen, I think for Ngannou, and shout out Francis Ngannou, man. I think he's a monster. I think he's a beast, man. To have the success that he had versus a Tyson Fury, being that was his first professional boxing match. And listen, you know, he's probably sparred boxing in his lifetime. He's a fighter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, boxing is fighting. But it's it's most definitely a real skill behind it. But to have the showcasing that he had versus a Tyson Fury, it shook the world up, right? Most definitely one of those fights I wasn't looking forward to when they first told me that. And listen, I pay zero attention to MMA. I'm sorry if you're an MMA fan and you coming in here listening to me for the first time. I'm sorry. They lose me when they get to the ground. Now, I know for a lot of MMA fans, that shit is exciting. But once it goes to the ground, it's a snooze fest for me, and I can't stand that shit. So for the most part, I do not watch MMA. So Francis Ngannou wasn't on the radar. But as a boxer coming in against the lineal champion, in a Tyson Fury, I thought it was an excellent effort. You know what I mean? I felt like, hey, Francis Ngannou can hang with any of the top 10, heavyweights out there. He deserves to get the credit that I believe for the most part he received in his efforts versus a Tyson Fury. And it wasn't long after where, I think me and or the consensus was he will probably see somebody else in the heavyweight division that we all deemed to be top tier or a top heavyweight. And bada bing, bada boom, here comes, of course, Anthony Joshua. But listen, I'm a big boxing fan. For those of you who know, of course, this is a boxing channel. I think you got to be a pretty hardcore fan if you subscribe to this channel. I'm rocking with the boxers, right? So I'm most definitely going to be pulling for Anthony Joshua in this fight. There's no way you can allow, and this is just how I feel, my perspective. There's no way you can allow an MMA guy with very limited, when I say limited, I mean extremely limited boxing experience, being that he's only had one pro boxing bout to this point, to come into the sport, knock at the door of the best heavyweights in the world, and potentially knock one of these guys off. But unfortunately, I think he could do so versus AJ and do so convincingly. Oh, I hate to say that out loud, but I think Ngannou's just that good. And again, make sure you smash that like button if you're coming in here, man. Put your prediction in the comments. If I get to it, I'm gonna try and get to it, especially while we light. Also, I have the link up if you want to come in here, rock out with your boy and talk some boxing. But I gotta go with AJ, right? I think all boxing fans, of course, are going with Anthony Joshua, and all of the MMA fans believe boxing is some bullshit. It's not even real fighting, and they pulling for Ngannou. Can't be mad. But boxing has been winning that war from the beginning, for all of the, of course, MMA guys who felt like they can jump right over to boxing because it was so easy. They've all been getting their ass whooped. And I would like for that trend to continue, because I don't want nobody looking across the fence thinking that it's easier on the other side. It's most definitely not. And I think that's why you don't see any boxers beating down the door to go over there and step in the cage with some of those MMA guys, right? You don't want to see that, right? You don't want to see Tyson Fury go over there in the cage and get the double leg takedown and take 12 elbows to the face. It's gonna be easy work knocking the big fella off his feet and going to work. But you got to respect both sports, of course. But man, boxing, you got to hold that down, right? If you're a boxing fan, you got to go with Anthony Joshua in this fight. Now, my keys to victory for Anthony Joshua: let Ngannou know what a real jab is in the sport of boxing and how powerful that 1-2 can be. He needs to keep him at the end of that jab all night long, because listen, I feel like if Anthony Joshua was in that mindset that he was versus Andy Ruiz in that rematch, where he came out, he wasn't playing no games, he was going to establish that jab, everything was going to work behind the jab, I thought he did an excellent job. And I think he can make short work out of Ngannou if he has that same mindset and work behind that jab. When you really think about it, Anthony Joshua has one of the best jabs in the business in the heavyweight division. And of course, he's got the dynamite to get anybody out of there. But if he comes into this fight and he's completely focused on working behind that jab, I don't think as much Ngannou will be able to do. I think he's got a hell of a chance, so I'm not sure AJ knocks him out. I seen how it was a glancing elbow from Tyson Fury, but this guy's used to getting knees and elbows and all kind of shit to the head, never been knocked out as far as I know of. And I think it would, translate in the boxing world. I don't think, you get him out of there with one clean shot. Maybe AJ can do that, and it's a very, it's a possibility he could, but I don't think he gets the knockout versus Ngannou. He just seems to be a tough son of a bitch, right? But staying behind that jab, setting that up, putting those combination punches together, and definitely giving some good head movement. Because what it looks like for me, Ngannou has really decent timing. I thought his timing was impeccable against Tyson Fury. I think it was surprising to Tyson Fury how really good Ngannou's timing was. So for me, that's going to have to translate to AJ making sure he has really, really good head movement. He's not the best with the footwork, and I think that's important, and I think that's probably going to cause the most problems for him in this fight if this fight does go Ngannou's way. And listen, I need for y'all to understand, I'm giving Ngannou all the credit in the world for this fight. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Listen, let's put it this way. If Ngannou wins this fight, I'm not going to be surprised. And more than likely, I'm going to hedge this bet. All right. I'm betting on AJ, but I'll probably hedge this bet with Ngannou. I'm not going to be surprised one bit if Ngannou comes in there and wins this fight. And we all know if AJ goes down, it's a good possibility he doesn't get up. Right? I don't see that Tyson Fury rise like the Undertaker, climb up out of the grave mentality that Fury has. I never seen that in AJ. So if Ngannou lands something big, something that hurts, he could very well, again, look like the Andy Ruiz fight. I believe if AJ goes down, he may not get up. All right. That's just how I see it. So I don't want nobody to think, hey, I'm not giving Ngannou no credit or a chance. He's got a big ass chance. Like I say, he's a beast. He's a beast. But Anthony Joshua's got to be smart. And most definitely, I think he's got the tool to win this fight. To be honest, I think Anthony Joshua with that jab has the tool to win this fight easily. Maybe it makes for a boring night, but Ngannou's extremely dangerous. And bruh, I don't care what nobody say. Be smart. Be smart. Don't go out there like a wild man. Be smart. And I think Derrick James is most definitely going to come in here with the correct game plan for Anthony Joshua. And that's to show the inexperienced Ngannou what a professional heavyweight jab is all about and working behind that jab. Most definitely. All right. Make sure if you're in here, smash that like button for your boy, man. I got the link up in the chat. If you want to come join me, let's talk about it. Listen, I had to, and we'll revisit, of course, the Anthony Joshua and Ngannou fight. But I definitely want to touch on this AB. I got the audio, or I got the videos. Matter of fact, I got Bill Haney's response to AB as well. I want to go ahead and play the first AB video.
But you from Fremont, man. Stop it, man. You ain't from no Cincinnati, Toledo. Like, you ain't from no Cleveland. Like, hey, man, relax, man. We really know you, Alicia. We really know you. Niggas really know you. Niggas done really ran through you, nigga. Stop it, nigga. Sonny Fredrickson ran through you. Bunny ran through you. Yeah, Robert Easter ran through you, boy. Hold on. Dominic Doughton ran through you. Hold on. Montana Love ran through you.
See, listen. This is the classic cats get around with that locker room talk, man. Everybody telling on their dick. That's all this is. The only way AB knows this information about Alicia Baumgardner is that these cats is running around telling on their dick. You know what I mean? And cats is infamous for that. Most of y'all in here right now, if you in here and you're a dude, you probably done smashed something and told your homeboy or one of your peers what you done did. That's the only way AB would know what's going on behind closed doors with Alicia Baumgardner. Let's continue to listen.
Boy, the fuck wrong with you, boy? Everybody has some, man. Tony just wiped you. Tony just wiped you up. I don't know. Hey, shout out to Tony. I fuck with Tony. He from a Detroit nigga, player nigga. If you know what I know, just keep the hoe on the stroll. But what I'm telling you is this, man. When niggas been running through you, man. Quit playing, man. Stop playing, man. And now you teamed up with.
And listen, real quick, in all fairness, AB, Alicia Baumgartner, she kind of got with Bill and started it because, listen, you never know how cats is going to react. Now, mind you, AB commented on the photo with her and Bill, but he didn't disrespect Alicia. You know what I mean? But she did come out and call the dude broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, for any man, that's an ego jab. You know, AB don't want to be known as the washed up broke fighter. It could be a lot of truth to that, of course. You know what I'm saying? But the last thing he want to do is hear it coming out of a female mouth. He don't want to hear, Alicia having a conversation with Bill Haney, whom he's basically beefing with right now, and hear her calling him broke. So a lot of people, is going to clown AB and call him a bozo and everything else under the sun. But you got to realize that it was Alicia Baumgartner's words that caused this reaction. And what I always tell people, you never can tell somebody how to react. And it's AB. AB ain't got no filter. He ain't got no ceiling. He ain't got nothing. You never know what this nigga gonna say. So I kind of feel bad for Shorty, but I don't, because you knew playing around that rabbit hole, if you fell in it, you don't know how deep it is. So when Bill was calling him broke, she shouldn't have been co-signing. She should have never let it come out of her mouth. And, she should have let AB live. But she didn't. And this was a response.
Nigga, player, nigga, if you know what I know, just keep the hoe on the stroll. But what I'm telling you is this, man. When niggas been running through you, man. Quit playing, man. Stop playing, man. And now you teamed up with Bill, bitch ass. And now y'all want to talk crazy, man? Hey, man, stop it. Y'all better stop. And we got footage. We got footage, too.
That nigga said they got footage. And listen, say what you want about AB. AB always keep it a buck. And I believe him. When he say he got footage, I believe him. Shout out Derek L in the chat. He say, how did we get to this point in boxing? Hey, social media, man, my brother. It's 2024. You know what I mean? I don't know how old you is, but I can remember a time when there was no social media in the sport of boxing, when fights were made. We just found out when they announced them. There was no following your favorite fighters. There was no knowing about what's going on in their personal life. It was none of that. So, we're in the age of social media. And for the hardcore boxing fans, for the most part, we give a damn. You know what I mean? We want to know what's going on. Unfortunately, sometimes goofy shit like this is going on that you got to kind of shed a light on. But at the same time, I think it's been really good for building fights. You know what I mean? And if not for this, AB would have gone quietly into the night. You know what I'm saying? But because of social media, he still got a voice. And he could still, garner some attention to where people actually want to see him fight. I think right now, if you did a poll, who would you rather see Haney fight versus AB and Adrien Garcia? It could probably be a real close poll. Or shit, a lot of people probably would want to see AB fight Haney right now over Adrien Garcia. I'm just keeping it a buck. So yeah, that's where we at. This is how we got here in the sport of boxing right now, bro. But this right here, listen, I believe AB when he says some footage out there. Again, you can call AB a lot of things, but he's been known to be truthful about so much in the sport of boxing. I take his word for it.
We got footage too. We got footage. You be coming out doing all them good ass dance moves. Bitch, you can't ride a dick. Your ride game trash. What Bubba Double is that? Trash.
Off the hook, boy. And again, Alicia kind of warranted. You got to be careful who name you speaking on. And I know a lot of cats is gonna go. Make sure you smash that like button in here too, man. If you rocking out with your boy, man, I truly, truly appreciate y'all. You gotta be careful who name you talking on. Because when she was having that conversation with Bill Haney, I should have got that. So I could show you guys where she went left, where she took a left at when she should have went right. When he was speaking on Adrien Broner, she should have kept her mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? AB took it as disrespect. And you can never tell anybody how to react. Shout out my Aussie fan, Mark Wynn in the chat. He said, Alicia just learned, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. She looked for that. Facts. That is big facts, Mark Wynn. I couldn't have put it better myself. You got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful of what you say or whose name you speaking on, because you don't know what those repercussions may hold. And she's finding out very quickly that AB ain't got no filter or no ceiling, which she should have been on that. That's been his identity in the sport of boxing forever. Now, Bill Haney replied. He responded to AB going after Alicia Baumgartner. And for those of you who don't know, Bill Haney is supposed to be training Alicia Baumgartner as well. So and AB just simply said under one of her posts that, Bill, is pimping Bill. He put him out on a stroll. You can find a better trainer, etc., etc. And that's when Bill had the conversation with Alicia and she spoke on his name. You know what I mean? Now this is Bill Haney right here responding to AB.
All you men that's speaking on women and who they with and what they doing, what kind of cowards are y'all? Who's speaking about what man is doing something with what woman and what bedroom? You's a coward, you's a sucker, and you's a lame. You's broke and you ain't got no game. What nigga is gonna speak? Huh? Who gonna speak on another man and another woman, whatever they doing? You know a nigga lying as soon as he start doing that. Because any nigga that brought it up, he could have brought it up himself. If it was the truth, I think the nigga lying. What do you say, Poppy? Yeah, you always say, I think AB is lying. Hey, listen, do any man speak on any other man and woman business? You never speak about another man and another woman, right, Poppy?
No.
No. Never.
No.
Now, see, and that's for a civilized person. You don't speak on nobody's business, man. You don't speak on nobody what's going on behind closed doors, especially if there's a female involved. Shout out my guy Derek L in the chat. He said Bill put a target on her back. He most definitely did. You know what I'm saying? She kind of helped herself though, because Bill was talking about him. She didn't have to feed into the conversation and put her little 2 cents in. That's what she fucked up at for sure. She should have just kept her mouth shut and didn't speak on his name at all. But he damn sure helped put the target on her back. But he absolutely right. Because that's something I would have did. I would have never mentioned, even if she would have talked about me, called me broke or whatever the case may be, I would have never, talked about her bedroom antics and the whole, everybody running through her. That when it came out my mouth, you know what I mean? But it's Adrien Broner, and it's AB. Again, this is who he is. This is who he been. This is, dude to say anything. That's why, he still got the little clout he do got in the sport of boxing. That's why he could still get 75,000 views on a Fight Hype interview, like out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Never. No, that's a man and a woman. That's their business, man. Whoever they is. That's why I know you lying on the queen. You lying. Ashy face, man. With your ashy face ass. Yeah, you look dry. You look dry. And the comments look dry talking about the queen. Dry ass looking nigga. Yeah. Nigga looking like you done got into a fight with a bag of flour. You just ashy looking. Ashy ass nigga. Yeah, ain't no nigga but an ashy nigga gonna talk about a queen, and then you gonna neighbor all the niggas, and it ain't none of them your dick. You gonna mention somebody else's, this dick, that dick, that dick. You damn fool. You the biggest fool out of the Ohio. Ain't no nigga in Ohio need to be even fucking with you talking about another man's tallywhacker. Why would you know where the man's tallywhacker done been? And you wasn't there. Huh? You might be one of them niggas that want to pay to watch. You sound like a watcher. Was you watching when what was that nigga name? Saunders or Sonny Edwards? Was you the watcher? You wasn't there looking? Lucky little ass nigga. Yeah, talking about the queen. How dare you? You take all that broke shit and you keep it.
He say, you lucky little ass nigga. Take all that broke shit and you keep it.
It's undisputed around here, King.
So that was Bill Haney's response, man. Just basically jumping out the window to defend Alicia Baumgartner. I checked her on social media. I didn't see anything where she directly spoke back to AB. And if I was her, I'd be sweating bullets because, again, if AB say is some film, more than likely it's if AB say it's some footage of her out there doing her thing, more than likely it's some footage of her out there doing her thing. Just like a lot of people felt like AB was capping about him jumping in the ring trying to save Dev, even though I felt like it was a slight cap because Devin won't in that much trouble. But you saw right there on the footage, AB was right there jumping in the ring. Again, say what you want about Adrien Broner, but he's been known for years in the sport of boxing to tell the damn truth. I don't know if y'all remember, but AB was the one telling us a few years ago, that Showtime was in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Showtime, he felt like something was going on with Showtime, and he said that they was going to be fighting on Twitter. AB always kept it a buck, man. And if he keeping it a buck right now, which I believe he is, I don't blame Alicia Baumgartner for being quiet. I think being quiet right now is the best thing she can do. Because she ain't came out and denied nothing that the nigga said. She ain't came out and denied nothing. So it might be behoove of her to keep her mouth shut just in case that footage really is out there. You know what I mean? What my man Derek say? Derek say, didn't AB say she had a husband? Why we haven't heard from him? I don't know if she married or not, bro. I don't know if she married or not. She might be. Do me a favor. Go check her Wikipedia. See if she got a husband. You know what I mean? I don't know. But she would probably tell that. She would probably tell him, hey, don't say nothing because that footage is out there. You know what I mean? Like, again, AB said straight up.
Ohio, but you from and now y'all want to talk crazy, man? Hey, man, stop it. Y'all better stop. And we got footage. We got footage, too. We got footage. You be coming out. Got footage, too. Hey. Y'all better stop. And we got.
Look how serious he say we got footage, bro. He dead ass serious when they say I don't mean to laugh, bro, because some of this shit really ain't funny, but it's funny. But look how he say they got footage, bro. Like
footage. We got footage too. We got footage. You be coming out doing all them good ass dance moves, bitch. You can't ride a dick.
Yeah. Matter of fact, okay. Nah, I don't think she married to Tony Harrison. Shout out Mark Winning. I think he was talking about Tony Harrison when she came to Australia with him. Yeah. Because he was training Alicia at one point. And she came out there to support him in Australia when he got fucked up by Tim Tszyu. And I guess AB believed they still together, but I don't believe that they married. You know what I'm saying? But you see how you just say they got footage, and I'm telling you, you have to believe. You gotta believe AB. That nigga don't be lying. He a lot of things. He could be a bozo or cornball, all kind of shit. But he don't be lying, man. He be telling the truth, and I think that's the reason why Alicia Baumgartner ain't really said nothing yet. You know what I mean? Oh, he said something about making her wife. Oh yeah, he did. He said he wifed her up. But see, a lot of the times in our community, we'll say we wifed them up, but that don't mean we like actually got married. Let me see real quick. Yeah. We be talking about wife them up. They don't be nothing but a girlfriend. You feel me, Mark? I'm gonna double check real quick and see though, because I don't know. Oh no, it don't. It don't say nothing about no spouse. It's got all her accolades and place of birth. I always thought, she was mixed with something too. For anybody who's interested, Alicia Baumgartner is German, Japanese, and Korean, and she got a black daddy. So her mom's is German, Japanese, and Korean, and her pops is black. Doesn't say if she's actually married to Tony Harrison or not, though. And if that was the case, though, if he's still her dude, Tony Harrison, a professional fighter himself, I believe he would come out and have something to say. But again, if what he's saying is truth, yeah, he about to keep his mouth shut as well. You know what I mean? Shout out Crusoe Bauer in the chat. He says Zoo will knock out Ngannou. Now you put I rock with Tim Zoo, man, but you pushing it, my guy. And I think you got to climb off of Tim Zoo balls about two or three stories. You done went up to the ceiling. Don't climb down them balls a little bit, man. I like Tim Zoo, but he ain't knocking out no damn heavyweight. There I gotta say AB, the B stands for better sit your ass down and shut up before I release the tape on your ass. Facts. And again, that's why you ain't heard nothing from that's why you haven't heard anything from Alicia Baumgartner, in my opinion. Because listen, as soon as that came out, that was like yesterday. It's been over 24 hours. She's gotten word of it. She's heard about it. She's seen it. You know what I'm saying? The first thing you do when it's a lie, you jump out there and you say, hey, you deny those allegations or you deny whatever the fuck somebody is lying on you about. And she chose not to do that. So to me, that automatically allows me to believe that it could be, or more than likely, is some truth behind it. What can you say? But listen, all of this at the end of the day works in Adrien Broner's favor. I think what Baumgartner, the best thing she could do is be quiet. I think the best thing Bill Haney could do is not respond. If you're really not going to, set up a fight with AB in sometime in the near future, don't give him the clout. Because right now, all you doing is giving them the clout. You allowing AB to live. And the more you hear from AB, the more he talk that shit, the more you're going to want to see him fight Devin Haney. And rather than people asking to see Devin Haney fight the actual top guys at 140 or 47, niggas going to be screaming, hey, man, I want to see what he going to do. What about AB? You said that he was going to fight AB. So, and that's exactly what Bill Haney said. If the Ryan Garcia fight fell through, that they would be fighting AB. He said that his son was going to get him. Shout out Mark in the chat. He said, mate, I'm a big Zoo fan. But he and his brother Nikita would get destroyed by Ngannou. Facts, man. I don't know what Caruso talking about, man. Caruso crazy as hell. I ain't mad at him though. Shout out Caruso, man. Appreciate you joining me. Make sure you smash that like button too, man. If you in here, at least you could do is hit the like button for your boy, man. I got the link in the chat. If you would like to come up here and talk to your boy, man, let's talk some boxing. I definitely want to get Mark Wynn. If you're free, man, come on up here. Let me say both at the same time. Facts. But yeah, you allow AB to live. You know what I'm saying? He gets to keep his name floating in the headlines because Bill decided to give him that life. And again, like right now on some real shit, and I'm being 100% honest. I would rather see Haney fight AB next rather than goddamn this crazy ass nigga Ryan Garcia. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. She shout out Derek Allen in the chat. He said, then she called out Clarissa Shields to fight at 47. She did. And the crazy part is Clarissa said she would, but then she pivoted on her. She said she got to come up to 54. And now, you know, she's the 30 undisputed, so that would be 3 weight classes. But yeah, she did. She called her out. She most definitely called her out. And I would love to see that fight, even though I think Clarissa's just too big for her. And she's fast. Clarissa's too big for her, and she's fast. I don't think she stops her, but I think she definitely outboxes Alicia Baumgardner. Not saying Baumgardner doesn't have a chance, because her skill level is most definitely up there, but it's Clarissa, man. It's hard. That's a tall task, and she's a bigger fighter. She's gonna feel Clarissa a little bit more than the rest of those bigger girls would, man. She's a 130-pound fighter for real. Yeah. Caruso says Justice Honey is fighting on the undercard of the Joshua and Ngannou fight. I don't know. Is that another Aussie fighter? I have not heard of him, bro. I gotta check him out. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck with you. Yeah, do you think I'm guessing you're talking about Honey? Is that an Aussie fighter? I promise you, I have not paid him any mind, bro. I'll check him out on this undercard for sure. I've been paying attention to Pyro, of course, Zoo and his little brother, and I can't think of the other kid name that's been fighting on all the Zoo undercards as well. Undefeated guy out of Australia, anyway. All right, moving on, man. Definitely got to touch on the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Want to get y'all's thoughts on that as well. If you're still in here rocking with your boy, make sure you smash that like button too. Of course, I got the link in the chat if you want to come up here and talk some boxing. Mike Tyson, 57, and by the time this fight happened, they're saying that this fight they targeting July the 20th, which would make at the time Mike Tyson 58 years old. And for me, it just feels like Jake Paul potentially taking advantage of Mike. You know, it's almost like he exploited him a little bit. I hate the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Mike is even agreeing to do this at damn near 60. Shout out Derek. You say, if Jake beat Mike, I'm done. Listen, he's going to beat Mike. He's going to beat Mike. And he probably knocks Mike out at the end of the day, bro. Yeah, he probably gets Mike out of there. You got to think, man, Mike's 60, man. You might as well say Mike's 60, man. He'll be 58. Now, excuse me, if this was a 40-year-old Mike, even a 45-year-old Mike, sure. I don't think he, you know what I mean? And you know Jake ain't fucking with Mike nowhere near his prime. But 58-year-old Mike versus an athletic 27-year-old with a right hand, a really decent right hand in Jake Paul. I don't care what nobody say. I'm picking Jake Paul to win this fight. Mike got one shot, and that one shot has got to come in in the first 30 seconds of the first round, bro. Mike got one in the chamber. He got one round in the chamber, bro. And if he gonna beat Jake Paul, it's got to come in the first 30 seconds of round one. If Jake Paul can get past round one, the first minute and a half of round one, I believe he wins this fight. You know what I mean? The dude's 27 years old. And say what you want about Jake Paul, because I said it all my damn self. He's still an extremely athletic guy with a really nice right hand. We've seen that. That right hand can, put people to sleep. He's got some pop. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Jake Paul got some pop, and he's athletic. And this is a 60-year-old Mike Tyson. I want to give Mike Tyson more credit for, being in the kind of shape he is for to be, almost 58 years old. But man, Father Time is unbeaten, man. And man, I just don't see nobody damn near 60 beating somebody as athletic as Jake Paul with a nice right hand. Smash that like button for me too, guys, if you in here. I can't see it. Yeah. Shout out Crusoe. He says Jake Paul will pay him out. Sure, he will. Yeah. Now for Tyson, it's hard to say no to that kind of bread. Now you got to think Mike Tyson at 58 years old, probably getting the opportunity to make 10 million plus. You know what I'm saying? One of his bigger paydays. That's a crazy opportunity. I think once Mike talked to his family and his friends, he's probably telling them, listen, I'm crazy as hell to turn down a Jake Paul payday. Now what Jake Paul gets out of this deal, I have no idea, besides making more money and making the sport of boxing look even more stupid. But it's hard to turn down that kind of money if you Mike Tyson. Maybe you willing to, well, it appears he's probably willing to get knocked out again for that kind of money. Doesn't make any sense to me. I just seen where Tyson has turned around all his financial shortcomings. At one point, he was in a negative, and now Mike Tyson has been able to doing good work and between his podcasts and sponsorships, he's been able to gain back some businesses he's got now. He's been able to build his fortune back up to $10 million. He's worth over 10 million now. You know what I mean? And of course, Mike Tyson is somebody who was infamous for going broke. For having over $30 million and going broke, going through everything he's been through, prison, everything, to turn his life around and now be doing halfway good. I don't see what there is to prove. And I think, Mike, if you watch Mike on his little podcast, he's just a thorough dude. And I know he probably hates the fact that Jake Paul coming into the sport, stealing all the money that he's been stealing with these bullshit ass fights. But, I just don't think that warrants him putting his health on the line to get in there with him. I mean, again, say what you want about Jake. Jake's athletic. Crusoe say Jake Paul isn't even half the man that Logan is. What? Yeah, I mean, if you put both of them motherfuckers together, then you ain't even got half of Mike Tyson. I don't see the angle for this for Jake Paul other than a payday. Because when you really think about it, if you're Jake Paul and you say you got Mike Tyson on your resume, a 60-year-old Mike Tyson on your resume, I think anybody who truly pays attention to the sport of boxing, who's a hardcore boxing fan, who rocks with the sport of boxing, you're gonna laugh at them. Like, it's laughable. You know what I mean? When I first seen this, it was laughable to me. Like, what do you gain by trying to, embarrass and probably knock out a 60-year-old Mike Tyson? Like, you can't take any, if I'm Jake Paul, or if you take Jake Paul, how are you taking any kind of pride and going in there with, let's be what it is. He's a senior citizen. I don't know where it is, how it is everywhere else, but here in VA where I am, you're a senior citizen at 55 years old. Mike Tyson is a motherfucking senior citizen, my guy. Let that sink in real quick. Mike Tyson is a senior citizen. The motherfucking elderly. This nigga Mike is the elderly. Mike Tyson is the elderly, dog. And if you, Jake Paul, what are you getting out of that? What do you like? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna take pride in fighting the elderly, a senior citizen in Mike Tyson? Shout out Mark. Look like Mark is backstage. I got you coming, dog. I got you coming. Soon as you get connected. But yeah, if you Jake Paul, how you gonna take pride in fighting Mike Tyson at 60, bro? And you already know what Mike doing. Mike want the bag, man. At 58 years old, damn near 60, when will he ever get another opportunity to make that much money again? Probably never. But in my opinion, man, Jake is most definitely a vulture, definitely a culture vulture. And he'll take pride in standing over a 60-year-old Mike Tyson that he knocked out, bro. I can see you backstage, Mark. It look like you need to connect your camera and your mic. Make sure everything's connected. But you can turn your camera off if you want, of course. 60-year-old Mike Tyson.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
60-year-old Mike Tyson.
What the hell did you just say?
60. And you think that's cool? And he gonna think it's cool, bro. I can see him now knocking out Mike Tyson and running around the ring and jumping on the he gonna knock out Mike Tyson and run and jump on top of the ropes, bro. That's crazy. And some of y'all gonna be dapping them up. Some of them gonna be dapping them up, cheering for him, happy and shit. Come on, man. I'm about to let you on, Mark. Mark, it says your device ain't connected. They gonna be cheering and shit. Them, the Jake Paul YouTube Disney ass fans, boxing fans, they gonna be cheering and shit like he really accomplished something. Knowing that if this was Mike Tyson anywhere near his prime, hell, not even give me 40-year-old Mike, 45-year-old Mike. 45-year-old Mike beat the shit out of Jake Paul, bro. 44-year-old Mike, 45-year-old Mike beat the shit out of Jake Paul. Facts. Shout out my Merc one in the chat. Found it one. My what up, Cuzzo? We gotta get Cuzzo on the. Hey, this dude funny as shit. We gotta get him on the show one day, man. Shout out my Cuzzo, Merc one. Talking about 41. We both got birthdays coming up, man. We getting up there. Derek L in the chat. He said, let me put that up. He say, damn, I just realized this year I'll be a senior citizen. Hopefully, Mike beat him with the old man strength. Facts. That's the last thing to go is that strength. And that's why I say, listen, Mike got a hot 30 seconds. And you know what? Because it's Mike, I want to give him a half a round. Give him a minute and a half before he blow. Listen, a minute and a half, and Mike Tyson gonna blow a tire quick, bro. Pow! It's a wrap. I'm gonna give Mike Tyson a minute and a half. If he can't get him out of there in a minute and a half, it's a wrap, bro. And Jake gonna take plenty pride in it. God damn. Boosie.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So listen, I'm keeping it all the way funky with y'all. Of course, I got Jake Paul beating Mike Tyson. It looks like this fight is definitely going down July the 20th. That's the target date. And listen, it's going down at AT&T Stadium, the Cowboy Stadium. You can pack 100,000 in there. And I wouldn't be surprised if they get damn near close. Again, it's Mike Tyson. They did over 1 million pay-per-view buys with him and Roy Jones. So, you know, I can see from a monetary standpoint, you know, from a business standpoint, Jake Paul doing this, but I do believe it's a part of him that's going to take pride in that shit. It's a part of him that's going to pump out his chest like, yeah, nigga, I beat Mike Tyson. And it's going to be laughable, but there's a lot of people who's going to actually get his dude some type of credit and high five him and dap him up for knocking out old ass Mike Tyson, man.
What the hell did you just say?
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Make sure you smash that like button for me too, man. If you in here rocking out with your boy. Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou predictions. I got the link up if you want to join the show and share your thoughts. Would love to have you. We went over the AB, Bill Haney, Alicia Baumgartner situation, and most definitely had to touch on this whole Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, which I just can't for the life of me. I can't believe this shit is happening, bro. I can't believe this shit is happening, bro. I can't believe Mike signing on to do this shit, man.
My nigga.
For sure. Merc, one of you in the building, man, make sure you smash that link. Come on in here, bro. Mike Tyson. Gosh almighty, man. For Jake Paul, though, I think you can't be mad at him. It's smart. He's been able to do some amazing things in the sport of boxing that I do believe he deserves credit for. Hardcore fans may not like it. Again, it's all a part of a circus. All of this shit coming up is a circus to me. When you talk about Jake Paul, AB, Ngannou, and Joshua, this is all circus shit to me. But I can't be mad at them. You know what I mean? You got to take advantage. You got to give what people are willing to give, or get what people are willing to give. And at the end of the day, it's smart fucking business, man. He don't care if we like it or not. I most definitely don't like it. And see, for me, growing up, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm about to be 41. So growing up as a kid and a young adult, man, I rock with Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyson fights was an event. Whether it was the first round knockouts or not, and everybody was mad as hell they missed the fight because they blinked. But it was an event. You fuck with Mike heavy. You know what I mean? So I see you in the back on backstage too, Mark. Look like you ready to go. Let's get you up in here. Mark Wynn, my Aussie family. What up, brother? Look like you was having some technical difficulties with your mic. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, am I there?
Yeah, you here, man. If you got some headsets, put those on. If not, just make sure you're not talking.
Mate, I'm a bit old. I'm not good with this technology stuff.
You're a senior citizen
I've
too?
been fighting with this thing for about 15 minutes.
Oh man. Okay, well take your time. I was just telling everybody, man, growing up, I'll be 41 in April. Being a huge Mike Tyson fan, those fights were events. Those fights were, everything back in the day as a kid and a young adult. And you had all of this admiration for Mike Tyson, despite whatever he's been through. And then the latter part of his life, he was able to clean up and turn everything around. I would just hate to see, that image of Jake Paul landing some kind of right hand that damages, Mike Tyson, and he's stretched out. And, Jake is just kind of, full of himself and he's jumping up on the ropes. Like that whole thing playing out in my mind for Mike Tyson is horrifying, bro. I can't.
Yeah, for sure. Tyson. I was a big fan of Tyson when I was a kid, for sure.
Yeah. How old are you?
I turned 53 end of last year.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you know exactly what he. You know what I mean? Shout out Derek L in the chat. He says, "I'm with you at 49. I'll give anybody hell for the first 2 minutes of a fight. Then I'll be looking over my shoulder for my sons." Facts. That's
damn straight there. I wouldn't even go 2 minutes, I don't think.
Yeah, Mark Wynn at 53. You definitely understand getting that. Could you imagine Mark Wynn for doing an 8-rounder with a 27-year-old kid that can punch?
Definitely not.
Right.
Maybe someone in a wheelchair, but
right.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Them days for me are long past.
Long gone, right? So Mark, while I got you, let me ask you, man. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear this fight being announced?
Oh, just stupidity, really. I got no interest in these YouTubers or what do you call them, social media fighters, whatever you want to call him. I know he thinks he's a real boxer, but but I mean, he is doing good things. Like he put that show on down in Puerto Rico last week?
Yep. Sold Out House.
Yeah, and I don't know. There was something. I think he's running some boxing clinics or providing some money for some boxing stuff down there for the kids in Puerto Rico. So he's doing good things.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of great things.
But I just don't want to see him. I definitely don't want to see him drop Tyson. That's for sure.
Yeah. And you know what sucks is it would be from a kid like who wouldn't even dare think about getting in the ring with a prime Mike Tyson. I think that part of it,
no
makes
chance.
it matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
if
for
it's
sure. Tyson, he would no chance. He would have Tyson in his prime. No way.
Even at 45, what do you think? Even 40, 45 years old, Mike gets
10 years ago. 10 years ago, Mike still would have had him.
Yeah, so to think about him potentially kind of pounding on his chest, standing at the top rope because he just knocked out Mike Tyson. That shit is sickening, bro.
Yeah, but and the worst thing about it's going to be that there's going to be some clowns out there that are going to, pat him on the back and cheer him around like he's just knocked out prime Mike Tyson.
Fucking yeah. And those Disney boxing fans do exist. So you're absolutely right. Shout out a fellow countryman for you. I think Caruso Bauer is most definitely from Australia. He says, so who wins in Ngannou or Joshua, and by decision or KO? Mark, you got that one, man.
Oh, it's another one I don't really care about. I don't like the crossover fight too, to be honest.
That's why we vibe so good, Mark. Definitely another one I really don't give a damn about, but because they garnering this kind of attention, we're gonna give it to them.
Yeah, well, I really hope that Joshua wins it for sure, because I'm a boxing fan. But he'll have to watch out for that Ngannou. He's a big hitter, that boy.
Yeah, absolutely. We on the same wavelength, man. I say the same thing because if you a huge boxing fan, as a boxing fan, the boxers got to keep their foot on the MMA guy's neck, right? Because
keep that jab going. Keep the jab. Keep the jab.
absolutely, it seems like it's more and more of those guys taking the opportunity to come over to boxing, to cross over to boxing, and try their hands. And I think it's got a lot to do with the paydays too, because boxers
Cool.
way
The
more
money.
guys.
More money.
But they don't believe that boxing is as difficult as it really truly is. The same way, but I don't think they respect boxers the way boxers respect the MMA. And that's why you don't see the boxers going over there to the MMA outside of like Clarissa Shields. And I think James Toney did it once, But you got to stick with the boxers, man, for sure. So I'm supporting Joshua.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, the boxing's more technical, more rules sort of thing. That's why it's harder for them to come. Well, harder for you go to MMA. It's open slather there. You do what you like,
right?
And it's like a street fight, but you're in a cage basically, And whereas the boxing, there's certain rules, that make it more difficult to me, technically difficult anyway.
Yeah, if you're going to stay inside the parameter of the rules, it's most definitely more difficult. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, do you think?
Whereas, I think that Ngannou said to Big Chip Fury the other day at the press conference and said, "When you make sure you stay away from me 5 meters if you're going to open your gob, because he'd absolutely eat Tyson Fury to death on the street."
Say that again. I missed the first part of that.
At the press conference the other day, Ngannou told Fury to stay, if he's going to get his mouth going, to stay 5 meters away from him because, like he said, he'd eat Fury to death in a street fight.
You mean Joshua?
No, Fury was in the crowd there at the press conference.
He was in the crowd. Oh, yeah. You absolutely right. Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's the truth. He ain't bullshitting.
No.
Not bullshit. Last part of that question, Mark. Do you think Joshua can get the knockout, or how does this fight end?
No, I think Joshua by points. Otherwise, if there's a knockout, I think it'll be Ngannou to win by knockout. But I think Joshua by points. I suppose Joshua he can punch as well. But
yeah, he can fucking punch now.
But he's gonna, you'll have to get into some dangerous territory, get close to him to knock him out. I'd be staying well away from him if I was Joshua.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that answer as well, man. I gotta agree with you, man. Sometimes I want to disagree, but we on the same wavelength, man. I think, and shout out Caruso for the question. I think, if Joshua just stays behind that jab, I think it could be an easy night. I keep saying, going back to the Ruiz fight, the rematch, he was focused, and he was able to work behind that jab all night beautifully. I think he could outbox Francis Ngannou for sure. He does have the proper mechanics, and his mechanics look even better now that he's been working with Derek James. And throw in some power shots behind that jab. Can he knock out Francis Ngannou? I'm not so sure. It just seems like dude is just built different. He just seems like a tough son of a bitch. And I could very well see this fight going the distance a lot like the Fury fight did. But again, it's heavyweight, so you never know. Both of them have the power to knock each other out. It'll come down to how much better in a fight Ngannou has gotten with his boxing. But I can see it going the distance. I think if anybody gets knocked out, though, I think it's Joshua. I'm giving Ngannou a huge chance in this fight, bro. Bottom line, for sure. Derek Eller, he says it's harder to transition from boxing to MMA than MMA to boxing. I can agree with that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, because with MMA, man, you've been doing MMA since a kid in any fight you've been in.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, maybe not a lot of technique there, but you know, you've been doing MMA all your life.
You can go down the local pub here in Australia, see MMA out the front in the car park every Friday night.
Yeah, on a Saturday night, after about 12 o'clock, is MMA going down.
That's about it.
So
I don't know about these days. I don't go to the bars these days, but when I was younger, that's how it worked.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I would definitely say that's the truth, Derek L. Crusoe in the chat says, Derek L, you sound like the typical guy down at the pub who thinks they can fight, then get their ass handed to them as soon as they fight someone who's trained to fight. Damn, man, why you got to come at the chat like that, bro? You know, saying his piece.
Yeah, some Australians are angry people.
Yeah. I see. Crusoe's ready to make a challenge. He's ready to throw his hat down.
My nigga.
I like that, Caruso. Last question for you too, while I got you, Mark Wynn, because I'm gonna get out of here, man. It's been an hour already. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and at this point, I just want some honesty out of you. Because of what's happened and what's transpired with Adrien Broner and the bad blood seemingly between him and Bill Haney, and now Adrien Broner or Devin Haney. Moving forward, would you still rather see Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia? Or would you like to see Ryan Garcia not make the fight and somehow AB makes his way into this fight?
No, I'd still like to see Devin and Ryan for sure.
Okay.
But if that don't work, I think AB would be or it doesn't happen, then AB definitely. But you're going to have to give him some notice because I don't think he's probably not real fit at the moment. But if Ryan's still going to turn up, I'd like to see him throw the two ABs against each other on the undercard, Alicia versus Adrien.
What the hell did you just say?
So get busy on the undercard. Maybe they can have a shot match on the undercard.
They're slanging, man. Bring that tape, AB. Bring the tape.
Yeah, bring that tape. That's why she ain't gonna say nothing. Hey, listen, she's not gonna say shit to AB right now. Not at all.
She should have just stayed quiet to start with.
Yeah, she should have.
He wasn't really having a go at her. He was having a go at Bill, and then she had to jump in, and then because Adrien fired up. So
exactly, that's the truth, you know. And then you never know how somebody's gonna react. So she kind of, you wanted that attention, you got it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man. I ain't even mad. Like, if Ryan didn't make this fight, I sure would mad if the AB stepped in. Listen, the dude makes for some great entertainment to build ups to fights, press conferences, post-fight interviews. It's just wildly entertaining to me. That's just my opinion. But also, I think for a lot of people who follow Adrien Broner and Devin Haney, because I think they got a lot of the same fan base, not quite like Ryan Garcia. That would be interesting, you know what I mean, to me anyway. But I guess if Ryan can, because to me that's probably the more competitive fight. Ryan Garcia being in there. What do you think about Ryan Garcia right now? You think everything was just a troll, was a play from Ryan Garcia? You think he was just trolling the whole time?
Well, yeah. I said from the start, I thought he was faking it, to be honest, all this fucking, I mean, he might have some mental health issues, but I don't think, he put some weird stuff out there, you know what I mean? And then now he's trying to say that the elite stole his phone and we're trying to make him look crazy. I mean, I thought he was crazy 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was all just a ploy, to be honest. Yeah, attention seeking. That's what he does best. So,
Yeah. And that's
I
what I
hope he does make it there, and I hope Devin just flattens him.
What did you say? Say that again.
I hope he does make it to the fight, and I hope Devin flattens him.
Well, Devin ain't flattened nothing in a long time, but he most definitely probably
beats him easily. Then anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm still giving Ryan Garcia a shot in this fight, man. I'm not like everybody else, man. I really think Ryan has a shot in this fight because again, he's used to fighting older dogs. This is a younger dog. He won't have any real physical advantages like he's had versus these older fighters, and he won't have the age advantage as well. So it's going to be extreme.
When is this fight? April 20th, isn't it?
Yeah, this fight's April 20th. Ryan and Haney.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, 420. I'll be in Thailand then too.
Oh, you will?
I won't have to pay for it. I'll be able to watch it for free in a bar somewhere.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, because see, a country like Thailand, they'll be able to get that shit for free. Or if not, man, it's probably like $2 or something.
Yeah, I'll just go to a bar.
What you be doing out there in Thailand, man?
I'm doing a Harley Davidson tour around. We have a thing in Australia called Anzac Day, where sort of a commemoration of the first time Australia went to war in World War One as a nation, and got our asses kicked in Turkey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big thing every year. So we start off from Patong and then right up. Well, we do about 2,000 k's over. I don't know, 8 days, I think. So.
Oh man, that's dope, man. You gotta take some footage, bro. And I'm about to check your Facebook.
Yeah. If I'm watching the fight and you're on a live, I'll check in for sure. Okay. And I'll have the heavy bag boxing t-shirt on too.
Oh man, my man, my man, I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I will be live on that fight for sure. So we definitely gotta hook up.
It'll be good. That day, I think that day we got to transition from Patong to another town, so it'll depend what time the fight is. Because Thailand's about the same time as here, so I'm guessing it's going to be on in the morning.
And what time is it there now?
It's 1:22 here now.
Okay.
In the afternoon.
Yeah, y'all about 11 hours behind us because it's 12:22 a.m. here.
Yeah. So normally the US fights start here, or the undercards start at say 9 in the morning, and usually the main fight's about lunchtime, anywhere between 11 and 1, 11 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. If it's an in America fight. Right.
Okay, got you. Man, that's dope, man. But damn, Mark, I definitely appreciate that for sure. But yeah, like I said about that Ryan situation, I felt like I felt like it's all a game for him. Man, I don't know, and I wanted to ask you that question too. I don't know whether or not it has worked out for him though, because they're getting reports that so many people have refunded their tickets. For the Ryan Garcia date. So they sold so many seats so fast. I think like the first day they sold like 10,000. You know, like the second day it was like 10,000 seats sold. But they was having these reports that so many people are getting refunds on their seats because they don't feel like Ryan Garcia is going to make the fight. So in a sense, these antics isn't really helping build this fight, right?
Definitely not. Well, it could have done, but he took it too far.
Yeah.
It just went when it looked like he was sitting in a mental institution there within that blue seat. I've seen a video of him sitting in looked like some medical center anyway. And at that point, I thought, well, maybe this is real, you know. Maybe he's not going to make it to this fight. But then 2 days later, it's all hunky dory again.
Yeah.
It's not like you said. People buying tickets and then get nervous and think, well, I might as well, get a little bit of money back if it's not going to happen. So
yeah, and it was some expensive goddamn seats, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Especially, the nosebleed seats are what? Forget what the first prices I heard. That sounded, I think it was $350 I heard, American.
Yeah, for the nose.
For nosebleed seats. And then 3 days later, they're down to 150. So someone losing some coin somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they said that Ryan Garcia was fighting to make the seats a little cheaper. That he was kind of throwing his weight around, and he felt like the seats were too expensive. And he wanted to bring the price point down on at least the nosebleed seats. So I think that had something to do with it as well.
But that was only a day or two. That was only a day or two before he supposedly went a little bit crazy.
Went nuts. Yeah.
So like I said last week when we were on the thing, I said, his head's all over the place, and 2 or 3 days later, it proved to be the case. He was.
Yeah.
Even at the press conferences, I thought he was. You could see he was a little bit something wrong with him there, and then 3 days later, it's like, oh my. Fair income. What's going on here?
Straight train wreck.
Yeah. And then 2 or 3 days later again, it's all good. He's back in camp. And did you see the video the other day or it was an audio of him and somebody was sitting in a hotel room and he's done these non-negotiable things?
Yeah,
Did you hear that? He can have 2 glasses of wine on a Wednesday and 4 on a Sunday or something. And why are you drinking at all?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I like to have a drink, but I'm not about to earn $10-15 million in a professional boxing fight,
Yeah. Hell yeah. I understand.
He needs to make up his mind what he wants to do, that boy.
But I believe what you said, man. I think he just took it a little bit too far, and because he did that has hurt the fight a little bit, at least for the people that are actually be in the venue. As again, it was reported that a lot of those people were calling looking for refunds. So let me ask you this: do you think he's going to make this fight? Do you think Ryan is actually going to make it?
Oh, that's a hard one. Well, if you'd asked me this 3 days ago, I would have said no. But now I'm back to he's saying he's back in training. So I'll have to say yes at the moment. But in another 3 days, that could change again. But I feel sorry for Derek James, his trainer. His head must be spinning in circles. What are we doing here? He'd be saying,
Well, I don't know, because according to Ryan Garcia, his training camp actually started yesterday. He flew out and made it to Dallas yesterday. All of these antics and all of this he's been doing everything but not in training camp. Derek's been on the trail with him. Of course, you've seen him at the press conferences, but he just flew back to Texas to train with Derek yesterday. And so yesterday is supposed to be marking basically, or today should mark the very first day of his training camp. It was today. So,
and he does have a 6-week training camp.
Yeah, basically. There's a lot of between 6 and 9 weeks.
Okay, I thought they were more like 2 months to 3 months, but he must keep himself in pretty good nick then.
We shall see. We're gonna see on fight day. I think. I'll
tell you, it'd be rough for a fight in 6 weeks' time would be Adrien Broner. It'd be an intense 6 weeks for him because he looked a little bit round in the face.
And the midsection.
I didn't see his midsection.
Yeah, I think if they called him right now, he would have enough time, but I don't think he'd be ready if it was like a last minute thing. All right. So if it's like the week of the fight and Ryan pulls out, I don't think AB's ready. You would have to let him know like right now, in order for him to be ready. It was weird.
I got that other cat anyway. What's his name? Barbarossa or something?
Barbosa. Yeah, because I was about to say it was weird that he was at the press conference anyway, and they actually let him speak at the
Well, that
press
was the
conference.
thing that threw. That's the thing that threw me to start with. They had him there. They had him speak, and then when Devin Haney asked Ryan Garcia point blank, "Are you going to be there on April the 20th?" He just looked down at his phone and refused to answer.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm thinking, is he going to be there?
And again, I think that was all a part of the show, man, for Ryan Garcia. If I had to bet on it, I would makes this. Yeah, I think he's gonna make it. I think he's gonna make it. But I think, like you said, the antics went a little too far, and that actually hurt the fight versus helping it. You know what I'm saying? Now I think it would be. I don't think you're gonna see, because of it hurt the venue or the seats so bad. I don't think you're gonna see any more of that bullshit. I think Oscar and got with him. You know, the higher powers that be told Ryan, "Hey, listen, you need to cut this shit out. It's starting to affect the ticket sales, you know, so cut that bullshit out." And I would be surprised if we see anything else bizarre from Ryan Garcia leading up to the fight. So I think he makes this fight.
Yeah, well, I hope so, to be honest. But I would have, if I was Oscar or whoever's the higher uppers, I would have been slipping into him after that second press conference, because that was just weird in itself. The way, and then he just walked off from the face-off, and you could even see Derek James is standing there going, "What are we leaving now? What's going on?"
Yeah, confused as shit.
Yeah, it was crazy, and it just got worse from there over the next 4 or 5 days. But yeah, like you said, if there's no more of that bullshit, then yeah, hopefully it comes through. Hopefully the ticket sales pick back up and they can do their thing.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Last question that I wanted us to go over. Where I don't think I asked you, or I don't think you gave a full answer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Shout out to everybody who's hung out with us, who's been in the chat, and who smashed that like button, man. I truly appreciate the love. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Let me get your full prediction on that one.
Yeah. While I was messing around on my phone, I could hear you saying Tyson's getting old, and he is. He's going to be 58 by the time of the fight. But I'll go with. Have they said how many rounds it's going to be?
Yeah, it's an 8-rounder.
Oh, 8 rounds. Oh, okay.
I'll
go. Yeah, that's a lot of rounds to Tyson. I'll go because I have to tip Tyson. I'll go. He knocks that YouTuber out in the second round, because Tyson ain't going to last much longer than that.
So hold on. Say that again now. What now?
I'll go with Tyson, knockout, second round.
Mike Tyson, second round knockout. You know what? Fun fact: there was there was a rapper by the name of Cannabis who had a song called "Second Round Knockout," and it featured Mike Tyson. Prediction. Yeah, that's crazy, right? I like that prediction, man. I like that prediction. Damn. And I do believe Mike. And for me, I think if Mike gets a knockout, it's got to come early. It's got to come like in that first 30 seconds of the first round. I think Mike's one round in the chamber.
Yeah, I heard your earlier video.
Yeah. But I like Jake Paul in this fight. And unfortunately, I like him by knockout. I think even though Mike is extremely dangerous, but at 58, not so much. No. He'll blow that tire about a minute and a half into the first round. I think Jake Paul is going to be smart enough to stay the hell away from Mike Tyson in that first round completely.
Yeah.
And he lures him into that third or fourth round. And that's when, it's all downhill from there. I think I'm going to take Jake Paul 5th round knockout.
I like that thing where you just said about the Mike Tyson blowing a tire. I don't know if he'll blow a tire, mate. I think the bearings are going to overheat the whole hub, rim, the tire, and everything's going to come off.
Yeah. Something to that effect.
He's gonna need a whole new axle, mate. That's what he's gonna need.
Go need the whole new Joe. All right, man.
You just
Mark.
go back to growing weed.
Absolutely. All right, Mark, man. I truly appreciate you hanging out with your boy, man. It's your second time rocking out with me, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm only here because I knocked off at lunchtime here today, so it worked out well.
Okay, cool. So, you got any shout outs for any of the folks back home that might be, watching or might get a chance to watch the replay? No, you say no.
G'day to all Aussies that listen. I know that's only New Church and maybe this other fellow was on here today. What's his name? Bauer. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to gang, man. My bag hitters, man. Everybody who makes the channel go. I truly appreciate y'all. I will be doing the live tomorrow for the Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua fight. So you can find me right here. Hopefully I'll be joined by Punch Drunk and Hold the Phone, Sean and Don. And hopefully if you're free, man, my Aussie family, you'll come join us and give us his 2 cents. We will be watching with the live commentary. Truly appreciate everybody, man. Much love. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. It's always fun, always a pleasure. Thank you, Mark, again, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. Big to your Heavy Bag. We out of here, baby. Peace.